Colleges and universities today compete more aggressively for students, faculty, and staff. Institutions of higher learning are finding they can leverage technology as a differentiator, using the convergence of information and communications technologies to respond to these challenges while laying the foundation for a more efficient, unified business. Unifying infrastructure to accommodate voice over IP and data is the foundation of a unified business. Institutions of higher learning can build a solid path to convergence in one of two ways, using traditional communications appliances or with a software-based approach. The appliance-based approach leverages the physical components common in the traditional IT infrastructure.
In educational institutions, technology investments just aren't made overnight. The budgetary process can be very, very complex. So the appliance-based approach actually has its advantages in enabling institutions to break up some of these projects into smaller pieces and doing them as smaller projects that then become much simpler to actually implement. So we can then leverage the customer's technology investment, the hardware, the telephones that they already have installed, and then enable them to add to that new technology as they can budget it and as they can implement the new projects. It also gives them the availability to take advantage of new applications, such as unified communications, for all of their faculty and staff and students as part of these new projects at the time when they're ready to do so.
The software-based approach uses minimal hardware as the solution is downloaded onto the network and runs as if it were any other software application.
In the education space, where we find a customer that has a compelling need to make a definitive change, often the software-based approach can be the right answer. Now, what we're talking about here is an enterprise soft switch or a software-based communications platform. Now, this gives you a great deal of end-user functionality accompanied by ease of deployment. It gives you cost savings associated with SIP trunking. It gives you productivity for your end users associated with unified communications. And then it gives you a great deal of other features and functionality associated with the solution.
While both approaches ultimately deliver equally robust functionality, colleges and universities should select the most appropriate path based on their current budget requirements and future business goals.
I think there's about three things that you should really take into solid account when you're getting started in this kind of a project. First thing is, take a really hard look at your existing environment. Get completely familiar with it, and then start looking at whether you have a compelling reason to make a complete change or whether it looks like a migration kind of a change really is a better fit for you. Second, don't try this on your own. Get some help. Ask for guidance. Sit down with your technology partner and talk this out. Talk to a consultant. If you don't have somebody that you already deal with, go to Google. Type in something like software-based communications and see what it comes up with, and it'll start guiding you in the right direction. Look at what kind of financing is currently available. Right now there's some great financing deals out there. A second piece of that is look at the end financials. What's the payback period on the project that you're considering? What's the total return on your investment, and what's the total cost of ownership on the project that you're actually looking at? And as a last piece of that is look at the company that you're thinking about doing business with. Look at their commitment to your financials, to the continued development on the environment that you have, on the system that you're looking at, and to the migration forward of that kind of environment. A good technology partner will never leave you in the dust, will always work to carry you forward.
Whether it's the software or hardware-based solution, one of these two approaches will be right for your campus and ultimately help you achieve that goal of unifying your business through effective communications.